Okay. Wonder if they'll ever add bird noise that way.
They add little firecracker noises for the Gerblins.
Yeah, you play a bunch of Gerblins and you get like pew, pew, pew.
Don't know why goblins make that noise. Goblin Bomb isn't in. Isn't in.
You know, this,
Man, I wish it is. Can we have Goblin Bomb back in
God.
Ravnica?
Yeah, give me the grenade.
A Goblin Grenade. That's right. Goblin Bomb's a better name.
Goblin Bomb is if I'm remembering my cards right, is a sillier one that involves coin flipping.
Yep. It's got like a juggernaut on the front of it. It's a weird enchantment from I don't know. Old.
Old. Alright. Well, I wanted to do some more M19 drafts.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling for the format, and my feeling for the format, I was talking to Gnome here.
I'm Gnomebitten.
About this beforehand, was that, yep, it's a core set, alright.
Return to form. Core set. It's got slightly worse versions of cards you would like at uncommon. Behold, it's 4 mana Oblivion Ring, and 2 mana Lightning Bolt, and Murder.
Yep.
They're all good. You wish they were slightly better, but they're all good.
They all get the job done, and then you get like Snapping Drake.
Yeah, so Snapping Drake I will say yes to in any format.
Right. I guess that's what I mean, is that the creatures are the same power level. I've also noticed a much higher like concentration of power level at rare in this.
Yeah, there's a pretty dang good rares in this. You can get like a side grade to Shivan Dragon in this set, like a 6 mana 6/6 flyer with 2 mana breathing. It does other things, but it never will.
So this is the best of 3 because we don't want to do Hour Devastation. So we're playing to 5 match wins or 2 match losses. From experience, this is either all or nothing. I've done, I think, 3 of these, and it's been 0-2, 0-2, 5 wins. So
Notably, you can sideboard in this format, so we don't have to do things like include Naturalize in our deck. This card is swing or miss. It's on its face, it's kind of poor.
Mm-hmm.
If you have 2 of them, it gets fairly better.
Right, because then that's like +2, like, or +2/+2 your team.
And there's a fair amount of good elves in the format. Militia Bugler. This card might be worth picking.
This is pretty strong. So Militia Bugler is like okay.
It's a 2-power ringleader.
Yeah, Herloon Minotaur. All right. Vigilance. Okay. And then like can draw card. Can draw like small creature. Power 2 or less from top 4. It can miss, but because you're already like playing a creature that's sort of on curve, it's not so bad.
Yeah. Looking at other cards in the pack, there's Totally Lost as like a piece of removal. It's like it's pretty good. I think the Psychic Symbiont might be the most on its own powerful card in here, but it's 2-color and not super exciting.
Right, it's strong. You know,
but it's a kind of a commitment.
I don't like picking 2-color cards this early unless they're like, this isn't the power level that I'm willing to pick.
Yeah, same. It's just there might be the Bugler. The Cavalry is also pretty good.
Bugler works really well with the Cavalry too, because like that's a 4-drop that's 4 power and toughness that's grabbable by the Bugle. Go with Bugle.
There's like a red-white aggro deck in here somewhere. Dragon's Horde is monolith that if you've played a dragon can remove a charge counter to draw a card.
I had a lot of fun with this in Constructed.
A Shield Mare, which is just kind of like a solid creature.
Yeah, another Herloon Minotaur, a little harder to cast. Can't be blocked by red creatures, and whenever it's targeted, gain 3. So, Psychic Symbiote, not Dunrova Horror. Yeah.
Not Dunrova Horror. What is, really? Could we pick the Cavalry? There's some okay blue cards in here. I don't hate the Aether Tunneler or the Anticipate. Sparkton Dragon is like a card I never thought I would see, ever. Now red gets Nimbus of the Isles
With
upside.
Yeah.
2 upsides, really, because it's Dragons Matter.
That's showed over here. Yeah, I kind of... Yeah, oh, there's also Manolith and...
Better Manolith, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking one of these white creatures, and I think Cavalry is slightly better.
Yeah, I'm not actually that big on Shield Mare. The unblockability aspect of it is nice, but I like the team aspect on this. Let's go with that. This Vampire... Ooh, okay. That's a direction.
Black-white life gain smaller creatures, or just have... honestly, just playing this thing on its own.
Yeah,
so just like decent.
Siege Rhino's pretty good. I call this Siege Rhino for good reason.
Look at Child of Night and Daybreak's Chaplain. These are the 2 cards that hate each other. 2-1s are kind of bad in this format, but 1-3s are never good. Or rarely good. There's Omen Speaker in here. The Vampire might be it. If you don't feel like committing on black, then there's Sky Scanner as like a free pick.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the Sovereign, see where that goes.
We got Bad Clone.
Bad Clone. We got Child of Night, Omen Speaker,
Skywriter Patrol from your waves.
Skywriter Patrol is powerful. It's in 2 colors we're not though, so
does some work. Child of Night, a direction we want.
Yeah.
You might just get eaten by a skeleton archer. Yeah, you can pick the mirror with your militia bugler because it's a 2 power or less creature.
How many times can I clone Siege Rhino?
Once.
Sure, once. You're right.
Unless we get more.
Like, I guess if I wanted to do that, I could just pick Rise from the Grave, and then, like, if I want to Siege Rhino my opponent to death, that's a better way of doing it.
Yeah, could pick up Rise from your grave, or like a mediocre 2-drop. There's also
I guess
a large creature.
It might seem like I'm way like looking off base on these, doing silly things. That's because I don't value the like normal cards in this pack very high.
Okay, then we can pick up the clone or the Rise from your grave.
Yeah, like I don't value. Inspired Charge is a card. Sure, I probably want 1 of, but I will get it.
Yeah. Child of Night, we've been past 2 of, so we're probably going to see 1. Bog Stomper is pretty little. It's cute. Generally, having some expensive cards in this format seems all right, but having that one, I don't super agree. Thud, it's the fling you never knew you didn't want.
Thud. Scarring. Hired Blade.
Funnily enough, neither of these work with the Bugler.
Yeah. Hey, Tsubasa. Hello, everybody. Good time. Could pick up Swiftclaw just for a 2. I'm not really the happiest on this one, but...
You do need 2 drops in your deck.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Big green creature.
So, I can't help but notice our colors are just gone.
White definitely is.
I would call black gone as well if that's the only card in there.
Well, yeah, it's hard to say. The Ogre's pretty good. How open has green been? Because Gaspark Twins is alright.
Green's been here. There's been like a couple ramp pieces and things like that I could have picked up, and I just haven't been because I've been honestly the Sovereign is such a powerful card. I'd want to be in that color.
There's not a ton of green in here. There's just the Twins and the
No, I could pick up
Aura.
I could pick up like the Twins, seeing if we switch colors, or I could pick up Totally Lost or something like that. You know, like
summon this in blue, or pick up the Ogre just to have it. I don't know.
Yeah, like which of these 3 colors do we think is more likely to be playable? Yeah, same. No idea.
Okay. Rock's Oracle's alright. The Aura is like a the Colossal Majesty, not the aura, the enchantment is like a direction if we were to go into green, but we just didn't pick up that. There'll be more big creatures, though. The Gaspar twins aren't unique in that. I'm louder than Jins.
Oh, I did not.
I'm Gnomebitten.
I've adjusted it downwards.
I'm Gnomebitten. I guess the Neonate would be on plan if we wanted to pick up some life cards.
I'm fine having one copy of this in a deck.
Mm-hmm.
Why did that make the loudest noise ever?
Because it's important. If we wanted the one of Inspired Charge that's there, there's also like Mind Rot and Disperse.
What on earth could Gnome be? I just turned Gnome down 50%. How could he be louder? What?
I mean, I can do it.
What? Alright, hold on, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to adjust noises.
Should I be making noise so you see what the levels are?
Yeah, if you could, that'd be helpful, because everything is exactly the same as every other time I stream.
Could be something on my end. Like, I'll quickly look at my microphone settings to see if, like, a setting unsetting its setting. Let's see if my microphone says. The microphone says it's exactly the same as I left it, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, I apologize. I don't know what I can do to help. Somebody says volume's fine. 4 other people say it's wrong. All right.
Okay. We got Mind Rot. We got Inspired Charge. We got a weird creature.
Mind Rot. Get your supplier.
We did pick up a Wise from your grave. This card is... I don't know what this card's doing in this format. I've never seen like this effect be useful. Like this card went straight into a weird legacy deck, but
yeah, certainly for mill 6 on yourself.
There's a remember Zombie Bombardment as a deck.
A little bit.
The deck came back because of Deathrite Shaman being bad.
Your tunnel's still hanging out here.
It's an interesting aura. That's also not a bad trick.
Yeah, like save it and then you know what? Sure. That fits my game plan of get Vampire Sovereign into play as many times as possible.
Just a sideboard invokes a divine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speculative double off color woodland stream.
Yeah, it's very clear what colors are open though, so
doesn't matter.
Open the graves, huh?
That's a pretty good card. You don't even have to do anything for this to generate. You just need to make trades.
Yeah, you make trades and you get free 2/2s. Okay.
Other cards in here. If we just take Vengeance, it's like a powerful removal spell. If Gifts of Paradise Wheels, we might pick it.
Okay.
Like this is a format with multiple fixing lands at common. Wise from your grave.
Fell Spectre.
Works with our tutor guy. Sovereign Spike just kind of gains you live. If we had any cards that cared about, the Draconic Disciple.
Yeah.
If we had any cards that cared about life gain, the Dwarven Priest is really good in that deck, but we currently don't.
Yeah. I think I'm fine having the Spectre. Like,
just try to Skull Hunt their last card or something.
Yeah, basically. Oh god, then there's this thing. I remember in the sealed event, the pre-release, my opponent played one of these on turn 1 and gave it the giant strength on turn 2. And just was like, attack you for 4. And it's like, take vengeance, strangling spores.
Do you want conditional removal at instant speed or at sorcery speed but cheaper? I think we're more black than we are white, but we might want to play white.
Yeah, like I'm still okay with my white. I do like strangling spores. This is a fine card, like, but they both get. I'm gonna take vengeance.
Take the Alpine Moon.
Hey, it's a card I named the stream for.
A card that...
Second copy of Skilled Animator.
Weirdly enough, when you're using this, you're often animating a 1/1 Thopter.
Yeah, usually.
Into a 5/5.
There's so few artifacts in this set, it's kind of silly. I'm gonna take Chaplain because I already have a Neonate.
It blocks.
Yeah. Oh, the Knight. Yeah. And then, like, again, ooh, Millstone.
Millstone is Mighty Leap's a fine trick. Duress is usually pretty playable.
Yeah, Duress generally hits. We're not a Millstone deck, so that's...
That could be Plan C. We mill ourselves for a Weissmach wave.
Yeah. Duress.
Oh man, look at
Divination.
show everyone Magistrate Scepter and how bad that thing is.
I played this crap the last time I did a draft on here.
I know. How did you like your 15 mana time box?
I took 5 in a row. And then I didn't win on that 5 turns.
I like Divination.
Yeah.
Well, because we have the Open the Graves, this gets a lot better. Makes it basically it's free.
Yeah. Now this is the sort of like top end body I kind of want. Epicura Blood.
Yeah. Sadly, this triggers once, so you want lots of little triggers rather than one big one.
Yeah. Take another Child of Night.
Yeah, we don't need more than one Mind Rot. Yeah.
Just in case, you know. Just in case. Alright, pack 3.
An okay card.
Yeah, sure.
Not for us, though. Leaden Vanguard is okay. Cavalry Drill Master is... You're basically playing this for the effect, and then you have a creature hangs around.
Yeah.
Two-headed Zombie is an okay attacker.
I do like Two-Headed Zombie. This thing attacks quite well.
Usually, they have to double block it, and usually it's at least a 2 for... Usually, it's almost always a 1-for-1. Often a 2-for-1, especially because we have, like, our abnormal endurance.
Things like that, yeah. I don't think this is what we want. I don't think we're going this wide of a deck or that aggressive. I'm gonna go with Two-Headed Zombie.
Zombie splits into one zombie.
A tomb. Oh,
Herald of Faith.
Herald of Faith, Vampire Sovereign.
Do you want a 3/4 or a 4/3?
I actually think I just want as many copies of this as possible.
I agree. We're much more castable than
Table, please.
That will I hope that tables. Probably getting like Havoc Devils back.
Blood Sleep.
There's also Skeleton Archer. There's an okay card. This guy is fine.
I think I want one Skeleton Archer.
Please name your first name, your last name, and your occupation. Skeleton Archer, Skeleton Archer, and Skeleton Archer.
You're hired. I guess this is
One with the machine.
I guess this is where I'm picking up a Drill Master. Another Raven Wind Mage here.
Yeah, that's Windrake.
Two-Headed Zombie, Forsaken Sanctuary, Gallant Cavalry, the next.
I think it's either the Cavalry or the Sanctuary.
Yeah, let's be quick.
If you click the different views, you can kind of see your curve better.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to remove the garbage first.
True.
So I know the card count.
Okay, so we're 24. We don't want to play all of these. So you're wondering if a land is worth picking up here because we basically have 23 at this point?
Yeah, that was the... And this is where I can finally pick up the Inspired Charge.
Or bad removal. But Inspired Charge can just kill our opponent.
I feel like I feel like our deck goes wide pretty well. Okay. Well, fine. This is what I meant on you can just have a copy of...
Yeah, you only want one and you have way more than that. What's our curve looking like?
I click on this button, maybe?
Yeah, that button. Yeah.
2s and 4s. Like, Hired Blade wouldn't be bad.
Hired Blade wouldn't be bad. We might not want another Epicure of Blood.
Yeah, I already have, like, all these that I want to play. I don't know if
fairly chunky.
Like this.
Macabalt seems pretty good.
Yeah.
I wish there were a way to make use of Desecrated Tomb.
Yeah, like, we have 2 cards that activate it. Waltz and Rise from the Grave. That's it.
Imagine that with Delve. Because it just says leaves your graveyard.
Yeah, though, like, it doesn't trigger 5 times for removing 5.
Mm-hmm. You'd have to...
The wording.
Slowly... Scavenging use, then.
Again. I could have had any number of copies of that card. Alright.
Yeah. Now it's going to pile all of our garbage up together and stick lands in there. Okay, anybody in the zoo, tell me what the word epicure means without looking it up.
Alright. So... Bugler, want the Inspired Charge, Take Vengeance, Chaplain, and that's like our white. That's it. That's the entirety of our white.
Unless we want to play... Yeah, we already have an Inspired Charge in, yeah. There's circumstances where we might, like, board in Revitalize. But our black looks a lot better.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it does that. I don't fucking know why.
I don't either.
That's 40.
Yeah.
We have some 2-drops. Do we want 11 swamps and 5? Like, do we only want 6 white sources?
I think we want a little more than that.
Yeah, because we've got... Like,
our only double black cards are on 5. The defining feature of this deck to me is the fact that I can play Vampire Sovereign like 5 times.
Yeah. We have a removal spell. Good enough. We'll just have to rely on like Mind Rot and Skeleton Archer and Fell Spectre to be kind of like pseudo removal.
We're going to be playing best of 3 matches against opponents to either 2 losses or 5 wins in those matches. Oh, other way around. Hi. On.
Yeah, Epicure means a person who enjoys food greatly. The root word of it it's based on the Epicurus' philosophy, called Epicureanism, which states that the way to live life is to seek out pleasure and avoid pain. As simple as that. And so an Epicurus is someone who likes food.
Alright. We have a deck. I think it basically is defined by the fact that I have these Vampire Sovereigns.
I mean, they're very strong creatures.
Do I want Duresses in the main?
Maybe over Vampire Neonate. I feel like with our Child of Nights, we're already pretty good at like dealing with we basically want this card against Goblin guy.
Sure.
Not Goblin guy, although he does do okay jobs against Goblin guy. The other Goblin guy, the 2-drop that makes 1/1.
No. You go to 5 match wins. Like, you need to go... when you are victorious in a match, going 2-0 or 2-1, that is a match win. You need 5 match wins or 2 match losses in order for it to end. So you will need to win a total of 10 games to be able to make your 5 match wins. So
we're going to be playing between 2 and 15 games of Magic.
4. 2 losses.
2 losses. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was.
Yep. I think we could actually max out at 18 because of that too. Alright, we're fighting Sock Stealer.
Karn against Tezzeret. Went with Karn, huh?
Yeah, I went with Karn specifically because I clicked on him, and he had a line that was, "My name is Karn." And then and I laughed at that, and then I clicked on him again, and he's like, "I fight for my friends." And I'm like, all right. Thanks,
I think
sucks.
this is a mulligan in
Yeah.
the business.
Okay.
This is a keep. I like this hand. I think we want that.
Yeah.
Because we either use it to catch Tire Blade or toss it to pick up 2 Childs of Knights after making trades.
Yep. Gruel, eh?
Gruel. I will note, the way we have went with our creatures and stuff, our colors of our deck, we're going to do basically none of your quests.
Oh, that's fine.
I think there was one of them that was attack.
I have play creatures and attack with creatures. Those are my quests.
Oh man, I will trade the hell out of Daggerback Basilisks. Everybody place your bets. How many rabbit bites does our opponent have?
Just fight time. Yep, that's fine. I'll take my 2. Third color.
And a pig. The pig's pretty alright.
Yeah, it's hard to deal with because you can't double block it. Do I want to hold back to have Hired Blade block it?
Worst comes to worst is we trade, and then, like... We have a lot of lifelink, though. But
Yeah.
I guess if we attack and they hold back, it means that they're just keeping us from getting life off our children.
Yeah.
Green is sometimes considered less...
I guess...
Green has less instants and sorceries and stuff, so you tend to be just playing creatures decked along. So I guess green could maybe be considered easier to play with, just because you might have less decisions, but...
Yeah, I don't know if that's... If I'd call it nice draw. Green, I guess, for Dectalon, green, it lines up closest to time in Eternal, as far as colors go. Most of the colors line up with themselves, but green and white flip. So, anyway, Child of the Knights get to get in here, and then Vampire Sovereign gets to come down. I am happy with a Basilisk getting off the table.
Oh, easily. They're gonna Titanic Growth here. Nope. Okay. Let's go.
I'm going to be playing this vampire a lot this game.
Like if they attack with a pig, we just block, right? So we can wise from the glaive. Unless they play Archangel of Dawn here or whatever.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what they end up doing here. No!
Maybe we're just casting it once, as it turned out.
No! I have all this recursion and it's stuck under the freaking cage. That's what I get for not having a...
We can decide if Invoke the Divine is worth sporting in. Yeah, I think we hold that swamp.
Yeah, agreed. That we have nothing above 5 in here.
And if they block, we can Macabre Waltz back both the creatures.
Yeah. So return up 2 creature cards and then discard a card. What?
Yeah, I think he accidentally clicked on the Hired Blade twice.
It was highlighted orange, though.
Oof.
It showed it was orange.
I think that meant that it was the... It does that when, like, it's the only target? That's bad.
Okay. Alright. That's cool. I specifically checked to make sure it was orange. That's hyper shitty.
Servers aren't lagging, though. That's just the old-fashioned interface scoopery.
Yeah. I don't like that.
And here's where they play a 6/6 string.
Yeah, this is probably gonna be colossal or something like that. Well.
Oh!
Oh! Wrath,
Why on
huh?
the shit would they do that? Do you want a 5 mana 3/2?
I can target their creatures. From a grave.
Ah, yeah.
I could steal their Bristleboar. Are we careful on my targeting? Yeah, we have no reason to.
Pig zombie.
Pig zombie. Or zombie. And there's the Colossal Dreadnought. Okay. I'm dead in 4 hits to that. He's dead in 3.
Can we draw or take vengeance?
It's vigilant at the moment. So, irrelevant.
Now we're just gonna draw all of our lands now. What red is worth splashing? I don't know.
They have something. I think I'm gonna die to a Titanic Growth here.
Ooh, Banefire.
Lightning Strike. There's a lot of red worth splashing. Oh, sure. I am really goddamn annoyed at that interface bullshit. Hey, they did have a pump, okay.
As it was. Yeah, on to game 2. Do we care about and invoke the divine? Are they going to have more than just that? Like 1-for-1 sideboarding like that?
They could have more pacifisms, but I have no idea. It feels like I want to be running under them really badly. They had almost nothing early.
Like maybe we like put in like a Resco Swiftclaw.
Yeah, I feel like that. I also feel like I might want more Duresses, is honestly more than Invoke the Divine.
Yeah.
They have Wrath flat, so.
So like maybe like take out the Wise from your wave. That's really
no. That's Rise from the Grave is a good thing to have after the Wrath, right? Like.
Yeah, or if we can like get them to discard one of their big guys, so they discard it because they can't cast it yet. Or is Mind Rot something we would want to cut for like Duress?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not cutting non-functional cards.
Yeah. The book.
Alright, let's see.
Almost.
This goes nowhere.
Yeah, it's
If I drop planes, I feel okay with it, but
yeah, the planes gets us like Goblin Piker is the thing.
Not very happy with that mulligan. Occasionally it just sits there waiting for me to do something and not really telling me what it wants. Yeah, there's... I'm not mulliganing again. I'll just end up with no land.
Maybe Child of Night can get there.
They mulled the 6 as well, so that's at least a plus. And, like, if I do draw running lands, I have a curve. The trick is I have 2 draw steps and a 100% necessity to be drawing into lands here. Okay, that's what we're looking for.
Okay.
We get our hired blade.
Bladesome. They're gonna play a Grey Ogre with Death Touch.
I'm 100% fine with that.
No, they're gonna play a Goblin Piker.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Now we ship in with Child tonight.
Yeah, I think we just ship in with Child tonight.
Yeah, Hired Blade is such a weird card to me. I think that's them officially saying that Flash should be agnostic. Because black is extremely sorcery speed.
Right? It's very strange. Hey, Mike. Thanks for the bets. So I want to get to 4 so I can play Gallant Cavalry and then Normal Endurance the Gallant Cavalry. Like, that would be a really good play.
They attack with a Cavalry Master? No, they're doing nothing. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, we do benefit from the trade if we want to play two-headed zombie.
Yeah, which...
That's actually kind of a fast clock.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Like we could just use Abnormal Endurance to 6 our opponent next turn. If it comes to it. We draw a land, we do Siege Rhino them.
And I don't want to, like, hyper have a giant board against an opponent with a known Wrath of God.
I think they're considering higher.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Alright. That's fine by me. This is nice.
Ooh, we can even, we could eat the 2/2.
Yeah, we need token. Really want a normal endurance on this. That's the want.
If they just slam Colossal Dreadmaw here, that sounds great.
Oh,
even better.
That works too. All right, let's get in. Transparent attacks. Cool. So this has the text, when this creature dies, return to the battlefield tapped, which re-triggers its coming to play. This
and now we can trade with Colossal Dreadmaw now.
Yeah, this is what makes this card different than the sorcery that does that.
Now we can just play our Sovereign. Do we feel like shipping all in? Yeah, it's getting 4 damage in. What's the Pack Beast do?
Return an artifact.
Oh man, they even killed the wrong one. Because now that makes Wise and Mark Waves even betterer.
Alright. Sure, that's still too small to,
Okay, that's reform. That is a 3/3.
Yep.
And if they ship in, then we just like double blind.
Ooh, Bugler.
If we Blood Divination first, we might hit a land.
Yeah.
These 2/2s are kind of irrelevant.
Oh, blood. Ooh.
That card advantage is so good, people.
And bugle time.
So now all we really need is for our Blood Sovereign to die. Ooh, some damage.
More damage. That lets us, like, chip in with Bugler along with the Sovereign.
They have Hieromancer's Cage. 1000% though.
There's the red splash.
Guess they don't. Okay, we ship in here. We might even all in here. And then what are the merits of wising their pig?
let's. I'm not gonna bring in the knight. I don't actually.
Because they're forced to block the 4/3.
Yeah,
like that is a force to block.
That is a force block, and then like, I guess I would chump this and go to 1, unless they have a pump spell. But that's even better because then we just rise from the Grave Sovereign and win. You know.
Yeah, especially if they do have a pump spell here, like if they have.
Okay.
They do.
They
okay.
do. So they are at 2, and I get to implement my plan. Door graveyard. Vampire Sovereign. Siege Rhino.
Okay, that went a lot better. I like the quick fade out in these sideboard matches.
Yes.
It's like, oh, I'm gone.
What?
We won.
Oh God. There's currently a bug in the arena client that I think our opponent got hit by.
And what is that?
If you concede the game, if you right-click concede, while you are taking lethal damage, it concedes the next game for you.
Oh yeah, because you die and then the way the game handles concessions don't happen instantly. It waits for whatever is happening to finish happening.
Yeah,
then you
it waits for the animation to finish happening. So it waited for the triggered ability to kill them, then they conceded, and then yeah, this is a bug that's been in the client since they introduced matches and hasn't been fixed. So.
Cheat to win.
Yeah, I guess we got our victory.
We won.
I'm pretty happy. I'm happy we have Skeleton Trumpet as our.
Before
it
happened.
This is pre-Skeleton Trumpet.
Also, mouse repeatedly unmouse and mouse over the deck box, just a whole bunch.
I like it. Looks like a mimic, kind of. To be fair, he lost the previous game due to this car. I feel bad for them though, because that's something like that's gotta suck real bad for them. Oh.
And you're fighting Jace this time, Mr. Default Person.
Chusam DJ.
Get it, kids at home. Doesn't Chusam Dijin like require you to pay life or something?
You won a turn.
I remember these cards from Arabian Nights.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, it deals 1 damage to you. That's different. It's great art, though. It's like a green version of Tim Curry from Legend.
It really is, isn't it? It's good. I'm kind of okay on this because I do like my 4s.
Yeah, it seems okay. We're on the draw, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's basically it. Alright, we kind of need to find that white source for me to have a reasonable hand. I like Fell Spectre.
I like it too.
The thing is, once you put Megrim on the dude, like, it gets a lot better. I hate Megrim as a card because it's useless when they're empty-handed.
And also, the effect, the enter the battlefield goes onto the stack with the creature in play, so it's a half of lightning, kind of.
Yeah. Like this wizard.
It's a good wizard. I like this wizard.
Piker that gets in the first hit, like...
I'm amazed that it's not a shaman.
I bet it's a wizard specifically for... Oh! Okay, that's fine. We don't have a 3-drop.
Can we draw Isolated Chapel?
That would be the best.
Yeah, at least feature something.
Well, this is so this is actually good for us in the sense that Child Knight gets to trade with Exclusion Mage, and then Fell Spectre gets to hold off the Pyromancer, you know?
Yeah.
So everything gets to look just fine on that.
It's a fake Ace Spiker that could potentially nug a Planeswalker.
Yeah, because it can hit player or Planeswalker, which is nice. And I'm happy we're going to get a card out of our opponent. Hey, we got a...
Now that is a card you don't block with your Fell Spectre, because that's looking to die.
Unless it's like necessary.
Oh, yeah, certainly.
So they discard a card and lose 2 life.
Yep.
And if we draw a Mind Rot,
Ooh.
okay,
That's
the
a
lightning
decent
there.
amount about the quality of our opponent's hand.
Yeah, that they got rid of the awkward one.
Yeah, well, they have double red, so they could play it. It just doesn't affect them, because we showed that our color was white there. Next turn, I get to play out, like, Gallant Cavalry, and then, like, turn after that, it's like David Chaplin plus this. Okay, you're hard up for creatures. Oh, they're...
Oh, okay, they had 2 of them.
That explains the discard now.
They must have drawn the guy, though.
Oh, I can't Bugle plus in this turn.
Yeah, sadly. So I think we just make our cavalry.
Yeah, I think we want a team.
They jacks the cavalry, see ya.
Oi! I'm the cavalry.
The third fastest action is using the Wizard Store Locator to find games and events.
So yeah, Lightning Mare has 2 mana plus 1, and then can't be blocked by blue, which is irrelevant to us. Want to get that Bugler, but next turn is Zombie plus, so...
Spit Flame. Yeah. So the thing was a 2-for-1, and we block Shield Mare and probably the Peasy. Actually, wait. Block the, do block, I think we might want to block the artifact, though. But that could be a 5/5. Or is that thirsty?
If I'm going to kill one, let's kill that one.
Yeah, because I don't think the wizard does it. They already have a wizard playing. I don't think any parts.
There's no wizard likers in this set. That doesn't exist.
Yeah, so we got 2 2-for-1s out of our opponent.
Kind of want to make my, this is a blocker for Pyromancer, and then this is a good attacker.
Yeah, because it trades with those if they double block.
And then Bugler is like our kind of like continued card advantage. All right.
Okay,
that is not prowess. That does not prowess.
Prowess is dead.
Rip.
Long live prowess. They have something, though.
Ooh.
Okay, that's not worth playing this turn because there's no possible trades to make.
Yeah, let's attack first. I'm actually going to bring both in because I want the lifelink.
Yeah, and we're going to play a 2/3 into this 2/1, so...
Yeah. Is tapping right. This might miss.
Yep.
It's fine.
Put 2 cards we didn't care about on the bottom, though.
Yeah,
that puts on bottom, right?
Yeah.
Duress and Mind Rot, not that valuable. The blood drinking would have been
valuable, especially with Open the Graves here.
Yeah, like we would just eat the Bugler.
So if they have a kill spell, the 2-headed zombie is what you kill.
If they have shock.
Yeah.
Okay, they don't have shock.
Oh, I do
They
not
have
like
flying
this much
creatures, though.
flyers, though. This is really dangerous.
In with 2-headed zombie and the Bugler.
Yeah.
No reason to talk with the chaplain. They'll just block with
I do not like our odds right now.
So we're taking 5 or 6. If we take 5, we don't die next turn if we find removal, or 1 removal spell. If we take 6, we die regardless.
Well, if we take 6, we kill Snapping Drake, and then we attack with Daybreak Chaplain, gain 1.
Right. We do have the Daybreak
Which
Chaplain.
is why I was considering attacking with the Daybreak Chaplain last turn and just throwing it into the Snapping Drake, but the thing is that only gains me 1 life. That's horrible. Because now we don't have the clock anymore. Please.
Oh, okay, they saw.
Yeah, okay.
And
that's not getting anywhere.
we learned our lesson. Just let our opponent kill us.
The bounce didn't matter in the sense of like our clock because they block here, take 5, but it did, you know, pumps their clock as well.
It pumps their clock and kept us from attacking this turn.
Yeah.
Because conveniently our opponent's life total is 4, which is how much power that actually they would go to 1. They would just...
Yeah, they would have
yeah.
blocked Bugler. Another
oh
unblockable.
God, their deck is good. Holy shit. Our
is...
deckhand is like a crazy card.
Yeah.
I hate this card because it does not have a downside. Basically, it's only spell. Any spell you targeted that would probably kill it anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like giant growth, I guess. Whatever. How often does that actually happen? Yeah, Neonate wouldn't be that bad. Blocks, although they have lots of flyers.
Yeah, I was gonna say our problem is actually we lost that game to flyers because our deck has its flyers are Vampire Sovereign and like the Fel Spectre, and they killed that.
Okay, what all do we have? We know their deck quality is slightly low because they are playing Alpha Mirror.
Right, well, their deck quality is low, but it seems like their card quality is high.
Yeah, they have some good picks, and their poor picks are like filling in the gaps. Invoke the Divine hits one thing we've seen.
2, it hits the Monolith then though.
Hits Monolith as well.
Anything we don't want.
We definitely want Take Vengeance. I think if it would be boring anything, it would be like Revitalize, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
It's just like a stopgap. Actually, yeah, I guess just go again. I actually kind of like Mind Rot in this matchup. They kind of leave their hand pretty quick. And if you can... Shroud's lifespan was actually really long because Shroud existed before the word Shroud did. And it lasted until... Two-lander on the play, huh? Conventional knowledge says you basically auto-mull any two-lander, but I actually kind of like this one if we can keep it going. Yeah, but yeah, so the effect Shroud has existed a very, the keyword only listed for 4 years, but then there's got to be cards older than Nimble Mongoose, but
there are extremely old cards with Shroud.
Off red.
Ugh.
Okay.
So we can't like Skeleton Archer to pop that either, because it's it's spell.
Basically, the only thing we have that can target that is Take Vengeance, which already kills it.
Already kills it. So it's funky that they've moved illusionary stuff to like only spell rather than spell or ability.
It's weird. There's multiple. There's multiple cards in this standard that do both. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. It's the old.
They're not on the discard because they would have auto passed over. I'm gonna get the most power on board.
No, super.
Because we also have Inspired Charge to go with it.
Looks like our It looks like our 2-land keep was better than theirs.
Well, yeah, we both kept a 2-land keep, and ours is gonna. Oh wow. Sure, let's get this down.
So we attack for 4, they go down to 14, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Do not quite have lethal next turn. We're probably going to Skeleton Arch their face next turn, but barring any other plays.
Unless like Epicure comes up.
Exclusion Mage killing a Pog, probably.
Yeah.
And the Inspired Charge gives toughness.
Yep.
So if they decide to block, we can use that.
Holding it off for that reason. Probably gonna disperse at the Cure of Blood. I feel good, pretty good about being able to read what the hell my opponents are gonna be doing. It doesn't change too much, but it is nice.
It's basically a time walk.
Yeah, neither of us did anything. Okay, they're anticipating to go find their mountain.
And then they'll play a 2-1 that will die upon hitting the table.
Yep.
Hello.
Region hate on old guards always felt kind of overboard. Yeah. Oh, they did not find a mountain. Oh dear. So this will put them to 1.
And we've got the Skelly.
Yeah. Can't play it this turn, but we do have an opponent on 1 health. Okay, they conceded before they died, so they don't lose game 3.
They do not lose game 3. Yeah, Arena is a thing.
That's
We're
true.
currently playing it. Any changes to make against an opponent who we know has Disperse and Exclusion Mage?
Not much. Like, yeah, like Gallant Cavalry's a little worse, but Gallant Cavalry's still really powerful with like abnormal endurance and such in the deck. So,
I actually do like Child of Night a lot in this matchup.
yeah,
Sometimes these 2-1s is bad, but
yeah. Archer can go dome, and our opponent does have an existent number of X1s. They did play an X1 earlier. The Viashino.
they got the Pure Viashino Wizard. They got 2 Fire Mares. I want to call it Blood Mare. It's
Yeah.
not. And they have Alpha Mirror.
So yeah, they have a lot of skeleton targets. All right, anyway, on to game 3.
You know what I wish you could... Oh, this is the old-fashioned mulligan. Reveal your hand. It's a Pokemon mulligan.
Okay. Helpful.
I wish you could click on like the little bugs and stuff on the map. That would Ooh, okay.
I like that, especially against Gearsmith Prodigy existing.
Like, are they gonna play Alpha Mirror here?
Yeah, like Alpha Mirror might show up. Oh!
Tier 2.
Still hate that card.
Do you want to trade with the Gearsmith Prodigy or just block it forever? Luckily, we do have our 1 piece of removal. We just have to question, is this the card we want to spend it on, or do we want to spend it on Snapping Drake?
I think it's Deckhand, because Deckhand can hand off...
It's to spirits, right?
Well, no, it can hand off to anything.
Okay. Except it can't be blocked except by spirits. Yeah,
Which is...
everything.
That's unblockability. Like...
Okay. Now, do we just want to just murder it immediately?
This is where I'm doing it now, yeah. Alright, we do have a lot of life gain in our hand, which I'm happy about.
Yeah, there is a Death Baron in the set that will give your Skeleton Archers Death Touch.
Yeah. So, like, Gallant Cavalry next to... Oh, more gear. Wait, Smith Prodigies. Where's your Alpha Mare? Okay. Daybreak Chaplain's doing an important job.
Thanks.
Thanks.
So we get attacked for 1.
Yep. Alright. Still cavalry.
Make a board.
And now the board is ours.
Still getting attacked by a 2/2 in the air.
Yeah.
You're considering that attack? That would just trade with the Viashino if they wanted to.
Which I wouldn't feel bad about.
It would ensure the life, but...
It would mean that the Viashino comes in.
yeah. You're gonna get blocked by a token.
That was an error.
Is this gonna be Exclusion Mage, though?
Mage bounce our token is a okay.
Mage Bound our token is, like, pretty not good, but it's also not as bad as like bouncing our do nothing 4/4. You know.
Ooh. What are you holding?
Hey!
Ooh! Okay, so once they get to 5, that's when they get the full power. And we get to bugle. Okay.
Okay. We can. Do the cavalry have vigilance?
Yeah. So they can go in.
Like anything we would trade with, they'd be blocking anyways.
Kind of want those Gearsmith prodigies off the table.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie. But yeah, Vampire Sovereign is the card that's our turnaround card.
That's where the game pivots in our favor. Because even if they land the guy, the 5/5 that gives them 2/2s, like if we had the Sovereign there, I think the board would still be in our advantage.
Like, we're gonna kill one of their Gearsmiths for, yeah, this double walk's happening, and then probably Viashino Pyromancer here? That'd be my guess. No, take the other one. Okay.
Okay, that's weird, because...
Again, knowing that they're holding the 5-drop makes me want to get these off the table more.
Surprised they didn't trade the Pyromancer, because it's certainly irrelevant.
Yeah, it's not a relevant card.
Because of the chaplain.
I really want that 5th land.
5th land will be quite good. We did put just like a bunch of non-lands on the bottom. Okay, I'm just assuming the Bugler puts it on the bottom.
Yeah,
does it actually?
It does. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna quickly check to see if this set has in any order in it, along with in random order.
All right. Let's get on in there. 5th land, so they get their Gearsmith Guardian. Doesn't actually make their Gearsmith Prodigy big enough to matter anymore, but...
The set's called M19, right?
Yep.
It does not show up on Gatherer.
It's called, like, Magic 2019, or Magic Core 2019, or any one of those.
I'm just going to search in standard.
I don't want to look. I don't want to attack here because that makes my attacks look poor, or their crackbacks look really strong.
Anticipate does it.
Well, that's anticipates a reprint. So.
Yeah, but they put a reprint in a set that does that.
Well, yeah, it's a reprint.
Okay, then that doesn't make the reprint wrong. That makes the new card wrong, is what I'm saying.
Oh. All right. What do I want to do about Gearsmith Guardian coming in? That's not true, Penguin. There are cards I can point to that make that incorrect.
Okay. We could, like, triple block it, and they would get 2 cards.
Yeah, well, yeah, they can't get any more than 2 on, like, this block. Like, get rid of all my lifelink. Oh my god.
So maybe, like, stick the Bugler there instead of the Chaplain?
Well, I don't... Well, then I lose the Bugler and the Gallant Cavalry?
Ah, okay.
All right.
This removes 6 power from the board and gains us 3 life. If they have a trick, it's terrible.
If they have a trick, this is like a flat loss here. You know what? We got rid of their Sure Strike. They might have Shock or a Bounce Spell, which is what I'm playing around here, is Disperse. They've shown Disperse.
Yeah, they have shown Disperse. If they disperse the Cavalry, then freaking great.
I can point to cards in the last set that disprove it. I'll do with it afterwards.
And we're in the middle of a game right now.
I apologize for not being able to do it immediately here. Oh, sorry. That's a link thing, not a...
Yeah. No links. The bot doesn't like them.
The bot does not like links. I apologize again. I'm having a terrible day here. Um.
What do attacks with the charge look like? Does that get us killed?
I don't like it. Like, we're at 16. I could probably just start swinging with Vampire Sovereign.
Yeah, they've got one card in hand. We have a life linker in play.
Yeah, like, they'd probably swing in with the Brute, and then, like, I double block, and...
If we can choose to then Inspired Charge there to gain 2 if we want to and not lose any creatures. Depending on how they... No, we would always lose the Cavalry.
Yeah, we always lose the Cavalry on that.
So we can trade... that wouldn't... Yeah, we can just double block the Brute if they come in.
Yeah.
They might actually kill the Chaplain if they do that.
Counting my mana? Ooh! Hold on.
Okay.
Cool! Thanks, Inspired Charge.
And now they can't attack.
They can attack for 3 in the air, but...
Okay, so that was 1 damage to us. And okay, so... if we can blame Mark Rosewater for something, I am not going to keep myself from it, you know?
I guess... Yeah, I have no stake in it. All I'm saying is that it's demonstrably not true with the cards as printed. So, like, it might be something they're working on doing in the future, but it is not how it is in the present.
Anyways, we're taking 2 here.
I'm fine with taking 2 here. Again, we're a 3-turn clock with Vampire Sovereign, and, like, if Bogger Brute comes in, I honestly would just double block it.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried that they might, like, right now we're drawing a little dead, and, like, if they get any wider of a board, okay, that's really nice.
Ooh, that's a nice... Okay.
Like, if they got any wider of a board, like, they could just sidestep me and start dealing a little bit too much if they had, like, a Trumpet Blast. But it doesn't look like they have anything like that. I'm betting they're sandbagging at least 1 land.
Isn't it also weird that there's both Inspired Charge and...
Ooh.
Oh! When are you happy to see Mind Rat?
Hello. So we're gonna get 2 lands out of our opponent's hand, right? Like...
That's still knowledge.
Yeah!
Yeah! And we're okay with any double block they make. Greatly simple. We benefit from simplifying the board.
Yeah.
And anything that the cavalry would trade with is something that I would probably... It just gives them an opportunity to trade with the Pyromancer, I guess.
That's okay.
But if they do that, then if they want to block the Brute, they have to block it with both Gearsmith and the Brute.
Which kills those. It makes this a 3 for 2, which leaves us with only Vampire Sovereign in play. Yep. Pretty obvious blocks are going to be happening here. Sure. Sure. Alright, opponent to 3. We've got Vampire Sovereign. They're going to have to hold back to block. Oh my god. Ooh.
Okay. If we attack and they double block, we can Skeleton Arch the final point to make it a... Yeah.
Yeah, and they have to... I'm attacking with the Chaplain because they have to double block here.
And this is forcing them to have Disperse.
I go with...
And if they have Disperse, we still have a 3/3 in play.
Okay. So I could arch their face, but instead we're going to go ahead and do the smart thing and kill their flyer.
Okay, they don't have Disperse. So they're
Skeleton.
holding land again.
Skeleton. They're doing what we're doing. They know that they have nothing beyond 6 or 7.
They explode. Yeah, this is the class. That's the discussion going on. This is a classic case of different designers within sets having different design philosophies and then not talking to each other about it.
Yeah, like if I go into just in here, search the word any order, and go to unowned and owned, and
I can reset the
off the colors. Within like the last year, there are multiple cards like Commune with Dinosaurs from Ixalan.
Yeah, top 5 and then any order.
Top 4 any order. Like within the last year, there are cards that make that not true. Like certainly it might be. Again, it's something that
it might be their stated design philosophy, but
for the future, but it is not in the present. So.
Because it's like discussing with different developers whether or not white should get naturalized or not. More Jaces. Jace's wild.
Yeah. Pile of Jaces.
It's like,
finite Jaces.
This looks great,
yeah,
actually.
I'm actually really happy with this.
You good to duress on Nude 7?
Nude 6?
Okay. A little less about that, but still probably going to do it.
Sure.
Okay. There's the philosophy of it. Do you use duress to protect what you have in play, or do you use it now?
I use it for info right now. I want to know.
We get a Titanic growth. Okay,
I want to
know.
On
big.
Oh god, and they have a druid I'm not going to really be able to touch. Okay, they're on 6 drops all day, and we can't we can't attack through those. It'd be a bit of an annoyance.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to play our Child of Night, and then try to get them to attack with the Druid of the Cowl, which they won't.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe we should have played Daybreak Chaplain there, and like... Man, we should have played Daybreak Chaplain, I'm dumb. Because if we attacked with the Chaplain, that would get them to attack with their Druid. And then we could take vengeance on it to keep them from casting their 6 drops. You can attack though, just fine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's attack with Child of Night. This is blatant, but
yeah, this is very blatant. So I okay. I'm intrigued by the fact that they took that trade off because of how blatant it was. Okay, so we do need to rush down our opponent, though. Like, once they get to 6, they get some real big stuff going.
So off blue, if they continue to be off blue, then... Okay, a little slow there. If they continue to be off blue, then they can't actually cast the Horizon Scholar.
Right, and I think we just rush them down. They had no legal plays last turn.
I think even if they can block the 3 power, yeah. Like, they take 3, and then we juice the last with Vampire Sovereign.
Okay.
Okay, I like Mind Rot here again for the same reason. Mind Rot's going to get ramp. Do we care to do anything else?
I don't know how much I want more. Like, honestly, Swift Claw might again matter because it can attack through the. It can attack through the Druid.
Do we want Duress? Because like it did hit something there, but
I'm okay with it. I'm not. I don't know. Like. What do I not want? Like what is?
Yeah, we could try just like Child of Night for Resco Swift Claw if like that's
and like upgrade that way so that it can actually attack over.
Actually attack through a 1/3.
That wouldn't be unreasonable.
In we go.
I made a land change there as well.
Yeah.
The longer I become exposed to modern magic, the more obvious it becomes that the stream and Zoon are an anomaly. Yeah, that's I certainly believe that.
Yeah, you gotta be your own anomaly in the world, don't you know?
Alright, what do we got? I'm okay with this.
Yeah, this is okay. Because we're on the draw.
Yeah.
Makes me like this a little better.
I want something to do on 1 through 3, but I like having both having our strongest card and strong plays.
They're on the mole.
Okay, I'm back on the mole to 6, but they're on blue this time. Oh.
They're on blue this time. And they scried the bottom.
Okay.
Off green this time. Omen Speaker's a great card. I love this
card. That'll fix that. Yeah, that'll fix that real quick. Okay, so they are 1/3 tribal. 1 top, 1 bottom. Jace's famous quote.
Yeah, no, not Enterprise. No.
Ooh!
Oh, God. Okay.
We need to bring in a different card in this matchup, I see.
Okay, Invoke the Divine. That's weird. Yeah, we're not going to take vengeance on a 1/3.
No.
We might catch him in combat, though.
We're going to Hired Blade that. I want to see what's in my yard. Okay. Shit!
Okay. Please attack with the 1/3.
Okay. Hello?
Okay, so we just have to destroy them that quickly.
Yeah.
And
Because
hope they
they're
don't
milling
have...
4 every turn. We have 5 turns to live.
Yeah. So if they have something like divination, then...
Yeah. Like, because that's the... You know... That's mill... Divination! So that's 2 turns to live. Because now we're down to 15 cards left.
And they got rid of our Inspired Charge, and they found their green. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we get the cavalry down. 14 left. If they have another draw 2, I believe we're just out.
If we can draw... We have a damage in our hand, and we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If we draw a land, we have lethal?
Yeah.
Okay, is this Sanctuary in our graveyard?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, so there's no dead land. Okay.
That's all out. That's just a... yeah, it's probably just a monolith. They have ramp, remember? They had 6 drops.
Mm-hmm. And we archer their face.
Yeah, I really wish I had that. Like, the thing is, I could have gotten the Drill Master for 2 damage there.
Drill damage, normal endurance, both would have...
Yeah. Alright, so let's just archer and hope they don't have draw. They need to draw 2 to win. So there's 9 cards left in deck. Alright, so it's up to them. Can they draw 2 cards? Can they Divination again to win? Because they'll mill 4, bring us to 5. If they draw 1 extra card, they'd bring us to 1 card left in deck, right? So 5.
Yeah, have like rocks, whatever. Anticipate doesn't do it because that doesn't draw the card. It puts it into your hand.
Yeah, so they do need draw 2. Or a fog.
Fog does not... Okay. Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
Fog could do it if they're on turbo fog.
They do have Sleep was another card that probably could have done it. I think they're gonna fog here.
We give them the opportunity.
Is it final card fog?
Please be dispersed.
Come on,
That's a much more main.
Fog.
Disperse is a much more main deckable
Oh,
card. Yeah!
Come on! I wanted to die to fog.
Okay.
Oh.
When I drafted yesterday, the deck that was not able to be played due to server errors.
Yep.
I was given the opportunity to play that card with Patient Rebuilding.
Ooh. Okay.
And I didn't. Because I was like, okay, Patient Rebuilding, I will play Haunting of Seeing Winds in my limited deck. I'm not going to play a card that doesn't do anything on its own. Yeah, Kefet's Monuments. All the monuments are like coolish cards.
I really wanted our opponent to fog there and win.
Yeah, fog
because
and
it would have been like perfectly timed on everything. So.
Or if there was like some kind of... Is there instant speed draw? That wouldn't have worked. That'd do it on our draw step.
No, do it on our draw step because of how
lost rules
Gifts
work.
Ungiven. Oh, thank you for the sub, Smash. I appreciate it.
Notorious FOG.
Notorious notorious mulligans here.
Yeah, suffer not a one-lander.
Yeah, I can keep the 2-landers. I cannot keep the 1-landers. Okay.
3-landers is basically what I always want, and this is okay.
Yeah.
We want that.
I want that. Because we have 4 and 5s in hand, like...
Oh.
Hello. So I think of these as just sounding like you threw one of those things on the ground.
A carving.
A carving. Good game. Hello.
Oh.
Oops. Your go.
I'm sorry.
Thinking.
Oh, look at that island they got. They got a special island.
Ooh.
That's an island they drafted. Actually, is it? No, they have Ixalan Island. So if you can actually choose which basics you put into your deck. Did you know that?
Yeah. I don't remember how you do that, but I do remember that it is a doable thing.
After this game, I can show you. It's easy. Because I like to put Amonkhet lands in my deck because they're fancy.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right. Well,
if we draw a land, that is a perfect creature to open the graves with.
yeah.
Are they gonna
Counter?
Well,
Cancel.
I was looking for Resin Scatter.
Whatever. We get to continue attacking for 4, and, like, hard to block. They have a lot of mana.
Special islands.
I love this island, the one that's
The Techno Island.
Okay, they're making suspicious bookcase. Ooh.
And is it Chronarch? I believe that card.
Yeah, very powerful. Picking up Anticipate. Powerful because this like has a double block that like is functional, right? Like.
Yeah, if you double block here, we killed a bookcase, right?
I think so.
And then like player. Yeah, we guess you play our Skeleton Archer, just like a...
I want to wait till 5 to offer that trade. I want to open the graves. So I'm not going to attack in with this yet. We're at 20, so I'm not worried about bookcase coming in. They picked up Anticipate over Cancel, which is weird.
It kind of means they're looking for something. It means
Yeah.
their hand quality's probably low.
Yeah, that would be my guess. They probably have, like, this is another land, and they might be digging for either Bolus or like one of the Elder Dragons,
Or just the 6 mana 4/6 that can make itself unblockable.
Sure. I mean, the thing is, like, the manalets make me think there's a secret splash. Like, and Chromium is like super busted.
Yeah, it is kind of busted. I just use Chrome over it. My dad has it on his laptop, and it seems really shitty. I think we bugle here, or we could Child of Night looking to eat it next turn to Blood Divination.
Yeah, I'm a bugler for that. Bugler hopefully getting the cavalry, the 2/1 cavalry. Okay. All right. Yeah, I want that 5th land. Do they just have... Okay, more blue. Sure. This is going to be the horror? Sure.
Yep, Psychic Symbiote. What do we discard? The child?
I think we get rid of the child.
Ooh.
Okay.
I like that. Have
Cancel?
another cancel?
Another cancel, looks like.
Yeah.
Wow, our opponent is incredibly controlling.
Means that the Open the Graves might resolve.
Yeah. Next turn I can take vengeance on the Psychic Symbiont.
True. A card can't be strictly better if it has a different name. It's why that's why Blue-Eye Control plays both Day of Judgment and Wrath of God, so that you can't Meddling Mage it against humans.
Yeah. Okay, so Symbiont comes in.
We just kill it if we don't draw. They do have it.
Yo.
Okay, we don't kill the symbiote.
I am sick of this.
Goodbye, Bugles.
Yeah, I'm sick of not having my 5th land here. We 100% need to find it. Okay, so this is what's getting Take Vengeance done.
Then we can steal it.
Yeah. Can't unblockable it, but it's big.
Yeah, just a 4/6.
They must have uses for their mana then. More evasive creatures, huh? Alright.
Maybe we jam... Let me just jam this into their whatever. Then we can Wise from the Glaive. Oh, okay.
I expected that to... Because they have this activated ability, it looks like they have things.
But then why didn't they attack with it? Are they afraid of... They are at 12, I guess. And, like, they don't want the 2-headed giant coming in? 2-headed zombie, rather?
No, the reason they didn't attack with that is, like... They could have attacked with it if they made it unblockable, but if they attack with it, I just double block with 2-headed zombie and skeleton archer and don't lose both my creatures.
Okay.
So this is
Next
where they
turn
come in.
Yeah, next turn we're probably taking vengeance on that thing and like playing a chaplain.
We have to.
Yeah. We didn't have cancel last turn.
Okay.
Were you thinking about holding up the natural endurance? Could attack with the zombie and use it? Yeah, they're at 12. We're at 13.
Yeah, this is me, like, trying to pressure my opponent, and I want the double block.
Oh, wow. And we gain life off this.
Yeah, we gain 3 off of this.
I think we want to kill the Psychic Symbiote, because that'll be a better creature to Wise from the Glaive if we do that.
Trick is we're killing both.
All right, yeah.
Like, we are killing both of their flyers, Vampire Sovereign's coming back into play, and we steal 3 life off them.
Yeah, that was a good old-fashioned Gnomebitten off by 1. I thought it was 1 toughness too much.
And then, like, there's another drain 3. So, yeah, this card does a lot of work. Okay, there's destroy target creature,
yeah.
which I got bad news for our opponent.
Wise from the old Glaive. Yeah, we don't want to mind run him right now. Although, do we want to Psychic Symbiote their last card?
You know what? Yeah. It's a land, but...
No, yeah. And drew us a land. Drew us past a land.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, Penguin. Once you get that deep on the term strictly better, it just kind of gets dumb.
Yeah.
Yo!
Oh God. Okay. Thank God for flyers, I guess.
Yeah, no shit. I'm gonna Chaplain, open to grave.
Now we just have infinite chump blockers.
Yeah, so now we know what the manoliths are for.
Okay, so we do want to invoke the divine.
Yeah,
because that's a 2-for-1 if you can do it.
Mm-hmm. And they do show other targets too.
Like the bookcase.
Something.
Annoying creature. And it does help them with their real big fish. It's not quite lethal. Actually, no, it's not quite lethal.
Yeah, it's not quite lethal.
I think we do Cavalry Master though.
Yep. I did it that way because I wanted to make... I could have Inspired Charge, obviously, plus that, but I didn't want to, like, do both of those into that, and then have them, like, bounce their own Psychic Symbiote after I spent 3 cards on that move, you know? So...
That's what I think they're thinking about doing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which is enough. God damn, that was exactly what I was trying to not have happen that last turn.
Okay.
We can't.
But we're a macabre waltz away from winning the game, though.
Yes.
They are at the precarious position of being at 1 and unable to attack unless they draw another blocker.
Right. And even then, like, you know, they can't, like, kill spell out of this because they open the graves. Dragon's Word is sweet because it draws cards.
Yeah. I love drawing cards.
Yeah.
Of all the activities you can do in Magic, it's my second favorite one. Can you guess what my first one is?
Dealing damage.
Close. That's number 3. Number 1 is destroying lands. I love destroying lands. We can just take 5 here, right?
Yeah. I'm just going to crack back.
An opponent is at 1.
Yeah.
No longer.
No longer. That's annoying. That's also annoying. My attacks no longer make any sense.
Because they block, they can block it in... Okay, we can put them to 2 and then end up with 2 zombies.
Yeah, or put them to 3 and end up with 1 zombie.
But also killing their... In that circumstance, they...
Yeah, they lose there.
They lose their... yeah, okay.
Okay, so here we end up with a 2-2, and so our opponent's at 2, and we have, like... Yeah.
2 lethal threats.
Okay.
Little do they know we have no other interaction, so...
Yeah. Like, the thing is, we can draw...
like, Macabre Waltz just wins us the game.
Macabre Waltz does it, so does our other Vampire Sovereign.
Yeah.
We have a couple things that win it, just straight.
Of course, they are also...
Oh,
okay.
That's lethal next
actually,
turn.
So we have to draw it in Swamp.
Nope, alright. So, yeah, they got out of that one with the power of me...
That was my fault for getting you to try to get their last card with the Psychic Symbiote, because it did play into their Disperse.
Yeah, I should not have done that.
It did draw us a card and get their last card, though.
We shouldn't have done it, though.
We should not have done it.
It was the incorrect play. Because our opponent has lived at less than 3 life for eternity. Okay.
Value. So evoke the Divine 1000%.
Yeah. So that was just an incorrect play.
How about this? Duress.
Oh sure, yeah. Duress. I'm gonna take out.
Honestly, it could even be like Open the Graves.
I was very unimpressed by this.
Yeah, this could be a super effect in the right deck, but here we're just kind of playing it for generic value.
I am just super underimpressed by that card in here. I'm gonna take out the Daybreak Chaplain as well.
I'm gonna play the other Duress.
I already have it in the main.
There was another one in our sideboard though.
Oh, third? No. 2 Duress, a Mind Rot, and a Fell Spectre? Like, that's asking to whiff a lot.
Yeah!
Alright. So, we learned something.
Yeah, why is your graveyard scroll not a mouse running along a bar? That's very true.
That'd be great.
And this is just me fulfilling my eternal obligation, which is to trick my friend Cyanide into making the wrong play. That seems like a good idea at the time.
I don't like that.
I don't do it on purpose.
No.
That it's done. Yeah.
I don't like that. What's the word I'm looking for? Presentation of it. I hope that you don't think your only purpose here is to be malicious. Like, that's That'd be extremely fucking sad if that was like how you thought of our interaction in life.
No. It's a curse, you see, on me, where everything I think is a good idea is actually a bad idea. It's remember Wimp Low?
Mm?
Oh, they trained him wrong on purpose.
God, how many times are we gonna get this?
Yeah, this is the old-fashioned.
God, this is like, I have seen this happen more on Arena than anywhere. It's.
Even though that's like they intentionally make you draw 2 opening hands and you keep the one that's better according to the robot.
Yeah, unless that's secretly changed.
And the robot thinks that one is the better opening hand, the one with no lands in it.
Yeah, shrug.
Okay, they gotta anticipate.
That's fine. Okay, there's our anticipate. We get skeleton archers next turn.
Curse of here through. What is that? Doesn't mean anything. TK Cat. This right away, or do we want to wait for him to put a counter on it? They can't currently cast the Lich, but like if they go Swamp Lich next turn and like we just eat it.
Yeah. The reason I would not want to wait on that is because of, like, the fact that they're, like, 6-drop is that serpent that just stuffs us.
True.
Well, now we get to know.
And if the 6-drop in their hand, we eat their,
yeah, we eat their lunch.
Lizard.
Yeah. We eat their lunch if they're actually holding it.
They might cancel this.
Ooh! God damn.
I think then we evoke the divine...
Anticipate? Sure.
Okay.
They're putting more,
Well, they're anticipating for the cancel. And if they whiff, then they pick the worst card instead.
Hey, 6-drops.
Take the Mind Rod? Mind Rod kind of kicks her ass. Or Bone Dash.
Yeah, that's the question here, ain't it? No, well, Mind Rod is only going to get 1 card out of us.
Okay. Whereas Bone Dash is yeah.
Because, like, I go land and I go invoke.
Well, they were really hoping to catch cancel.
So now, like, they could Mind Rod us for 1 card, but, like, do you Mind Rod for 1 card? That's the question I'm at.
When they've got the Psychic Symbiote in their hand, they can cast.
Right, that's the thing. Not. Like, you know, do you waste your time on that? Okay.
They pick up their Anticipate. We.
No, they pick up their Bone Dash.
Ooh.
So we play Epic here. We attack in. Child of the Night gains us life.
Gains us 1, and then we put them down to 6.
Yep. We know their entire hand. They do have a land. They'll go land Frilled Serpent next turn. Or land Symbiote to... Land Symbiote would be bad.
That'd be fairly bad.
I do not think they can afford land Symbiote right now. I think they need to play out. I do not think they can afford this play.
Yeah, because we just attack here and put them to 2.
Yeah.
Or do we not offer the trade? Because we offer the trade, we can't double block the Serpent.
Yeah, that's a bit of a problem.
We're at 32. Unless we want to simplify the board, we don't offer the trade. Since we're behind, we kind of benefit from the board being. Well, we're behind on cards. We're at 32.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have. If they play down their Serpent, we have draws that immediately win us the game.
Yes. They have Bone Dash and Mind Rot. What I want to do is kind of like hold these lands to try to force a Mind Rot out.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like that Bone Dash being back in hand. That's a bit of an annoyance because we can't resolve any like big... Oh, they have a Lich's Caress.
Of course.
Well, could we... Well... Okay.
They didn't have Essence Scatter last game.
That in the set?
I remember seeing it in the set.
Okay.
I will double check right now. Because it might have been Negate.
Yeah.
Yep, Essence Scatter is in core set 19.
Okay. Just a thought I had there. Well, okay.
And Negate isn't.
Cool. Get rid of that Bone to Ash. Pass it back.
Negate and Essence Scatter always seem funny to me. I feel like when you have one, you should have the other, you know?
Yeah. Divinate. That's a hell of a good one for their final draw there.
Do they dwindle our Child of Night?
If they want to attack. Don't
Man,
cancel.
I wish they had...
Don't cancel this.
Yeah, don't cancel this.
Also, I'm glad they spent the Mind Rod. Right? Like,
Okay, looking like we can go wide.
yeah. The fact that they spent the Mind Rod is really good for us. Perfect. This thing
Yeah,
does
it's
not
not
have a lot of targets in our deck.
In our deck, no. The fact that it's just a French vanilla creature with an upside means we're still playing it, but...
Yep. Okay. I buglered second because I did want the bugler to be the one that resolved. Okay, dwindle, sure.
I think it's first strike, right?
Yeah, it gives first strike, which doesn't, you know...
Doesn't affect anything.
We play it because it gives us a wider board.
Do we attack?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
We only get two...
First-
Well, we could. That would put our opponent to 3, which is dead to multiple draws, but they're also dead next turn. Like, I can do that next turn as well.
Yeah, we can do that next turn. Is this Inspire Charge in the deck and in our graveyard?
It's in the deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well... let's get in for 4. Our opponent's very good at living at 1 life.
Yeah. I hope their last card in hand is the Lich.
Okay.
Oops, they forgot to block. Okay.
Yeah, that's, as we've seen, the interface sometimes plays you like a fiddle.
Ready for game 3. Do we want like a Resco Swiftclaw?
That's faster Child of Night.
Maybe. The life was pretty good there, but...
Yeah, but the damage could have been enough.
Well, if the damage was enough, there's a card right there.
Right,
is-
like, are we that?
Yeah, are we deciding to play Sovereign Spite? I don't think we're that thirsty. We need continued, like, threats.
I'm fine with this swap. Considering this, actually.
Ooh, like over, they already took out the Chaplain.
Yeah,
Maybe a Child Knight?
maybe.
Or the Bugler. It's funny, we'd be putting a creature in that would...
That would be hittable by the bugler.
We've already swapped a Child of Night for Swiftclaw. What all does the Bugler hit?
Bugler hits Cavalry Drill, Child of Night, Cavalry, Fell Spectre, End of List. Okay, that's not much.
So 4, 4, and 60.
Wait,
So it's just a
I'm not-
Hurling Minotaur with
I
them.
honestly think the Neonate is a way of winning this here.
Yeah, but eventually grind them out.
Yeah.
Or force them to spend a 5-mana removal spell on it.
Or force them to spend a 5-mana removal spell on a goddamn 1-drop. As we've seen, 1 point of life seems to be, like, the point in this game.
Yeah.
So if I can get that out and going, like, you know, not early, but, like, mid-game.
And it doesn't have Defender, so it can still attack in a Inspired Charge turn.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good.
Okay, this looks great.
Yeah, I'm in. Keep, we get to Duress on 1, we get to Drill Master. We actually...
Yeah, we
do this first.
We Neonate on 1?
We Neonate on 1 because then we get Attack on 2. And we Duress on 3. This is sweet.
This is a very good draw on us. Yeah, Child of Night synergizes better with 1 card in our deck, the Epicure of Blood.
The problem is that our opponent has shown, like, a lot of things that get stuffed by, oh, they're dispersing that. Okay.
Don't hate that at all.
The problem is that the 2-1 is not terribly relevant against our opponent, is why I'm not happy with it. Let's get Duress going.
I gotta cancel this.
Anticipate.
Okay.
All right.
Opponent is off black. Doesn't matter. They can operate well with it.
All right, let's get Swiftclaw down, and let's attack in. They get,
We can snap next turn, but both of our creatures attack profitably into that.
Yeah. And we can, like, get back down Neonate.
We can even do the touch with normal endurance if they decide to block.
Mm-hmm. I want Abnormal Endurance to do a little bit more than that, but...
Yeah. If it just kills a Snapping Drake, that's probably par.
That's probably good enough, too. You're right.
But we would like it to do more, like, kill a Snapping Drake and then drain 3 is like the best or make a 2/2 is what we really want.
Okay,
they found their swamp.
I'm very happy to draw a black source here.
Yes, swamp there is rather good. Okay, did not tap both our swamps. Very good.
Yep, I was checking that.
Legit deck to play Scorpion God with. You could maybe find a competitive deck that does it, but not like a tier 1. Or you could probably make a cool Brawl deck that uses it.
So combat, and we want to attack for 5.
I wonder what's in our opponent's hand.
Well, I'm guessing a land, at least one of.
Yeah, at least one.
And then they're gonna just slam down the Serpent to, you know, stem this.
Stem it, but not shut it off.
That is beautiful.
That way they don't mind route us, because the Macabre will also be good if they manage to block.
At this point, we don't need to play any more lands, so I can just sandbag them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Symbiont. What do you feel like keeping here? I feel like keeping the Waltz.
Yeah, the Invoke the Divine has not stopped them from casting their 6-drops, and they don't have enough. They can't play the Lich even if they had it. They'd have to like have an artifact first.
Yeah.
So that might be a problem, but
Going with this attack. Because Gallant Cavalry makes up this board.
And we have Macabre Waltz, which can buy back 2 creatures, and if they kill the Sarge, they 2 power and first strike is very relevant with the 2-headed zombie.
Yeah. We don't get to Neonate on the turn, which is a bit of an annoyance, but this board building is well worth it. They're probably gonna kill the... Yeah, they drew they have their other black. I'm fine doing that.
So we pick up 2-headed zombie and the Sarge. And probably discard whatever we draw next turn.
That's nice. Or
Make transparent attacks with the neonate? Or is that too thirsty? No, it might be fine just to attack with the inspired charge. Or they could, okay, if they take 8, they go to 1.
Right.
This
They
is
have
basically
cancel
one.
is the big thing, right? Like that's their final card that could get us.
But they didn't cancel the Macabre Waltz, so like we've still whittled them down, and
interesting.
oh god.
Shit. Okay.
You might just have to Hired Blade and gain a life this turn.
That's fine.
The Hired Blade might actually get him.
Yeah, the Hired Blade is strong enough that might get there.
We could have attacked with the Knight. It has Vigilance.
Into a 4/6?
Oh, right, yeah, I thought it was tapped. I'm dumb. It's hard to tell what's actually tapped with this, visually.
Yeah,
They don't actually turn.
I know. I just...
I'm a dum-dum. 8, 19, 11. This is lethal.
I have to do it this way. So... block there. Bring him to 6. Hired Blade.
And the Sarge is the last point.
And the Sarge is the last point if they didn't draw cancel. If they did draw cancel or Bone to Ash,
or disperse,
then yeah, we can't win here. But if we can Macabre Waltz, ooh,
that's just better.
Yes.
Anybody have an extra MTG Arena code? I do, probably. I'm going to post a bunch into the chat, and you can see if they work.
All right.
Okay, here we go.
Is it cancel or Bone to Ash? It is cancel.
Okay.
Okay. God, they drew running cancels on me, which was what they needed. That works well for them.
Some of those might have already been used. Probably not.
Yeah, the Macabre Waltz wouldn't have got there either based on the...
Yeah, because they were just canceled it.
Yeah, our opponent, is an expert at going to 1.
Woof. That's fine. We can still keep going.
Mm-hmm. All right, 3 and 1.
We've broken your prediction, which is that you either go all the way without faltering or immediately lose.
True.
We're currently setting up to do the middle of that.
I'd be fine with the middle of the road here on this.
That's about how I feel about our deck, you know?
Yeah.
Bilsts!
Bilst?
We're bilsting them.
That's
we beat
weird.
BJ.
Yeah. Always 40. Always 40 cards.
Mm-hmm.
You would never.
It takes a lot to convince gens to do the on-top mulligan, or the on-top sideboard, where you just stick your sideboard deck card on top of your deck. I can think of one instance where you sideboarded out of a 60-card deck.
Sure. That was a very odd circumstance, but it did happen.
Into like a 300-card deck, but okay. I think we don't even block here.
So we have abnormal endurance.
Yeah, and plus just a lifelinker.
Sure.
Erase this.
I kind of want to use abnormal endurance to trade gain 4 and
gain 4 and trade. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Oh, they don't want any of it. Okay, I'm fine with that. Pass it up. We want to.
We might be content to do that trade with Viashino. Yeah, we might not. If we don't have to, we don't have to. You know.
Yeah. Again, I will make the trade if they come in. Okay.
Yeah, the Iron Defense against opponent playing playing Mind Over Matter in the standard gauntlet was the sideboard in 900 Mountains. For those who are unfamiliar, they have shock.
If they have shock, then like again, they're gonna show having something because of the lightning mirror activation.
Yeah, but they're highlighting their hand.
Sure, strike.
Oh,
well, on the plus side, that's just trading trick for trick, you know.
Yeah, trick for trick, and we gain 3 life if we don't take the damage.
Dreadful.
Ooh.
This is some absolutely dreadful draws, though.
I'm making a face. You might block, and then like
We might have to macabre waltz for 1, like just to have
And
something
honestly,
to damn do.
like discard a Vampire Sovereign, or no, Open the Graves. That card doesn't do anything.
Open the Graves is always worthless for us. It hasn't done anything. It sucks.
Yeah.
I'm doing this to actually maybe have something to do in the next turn, because it's likely we're not going to draw that land with how this is rolling for us. We're going to take a bunch of damage, that's fine. Hopefully Child of Night can... Okay.
Okay. I think we're missing the card that makes Open the Graves really exciting, which is Doomed Dissenter, which I think the robot picks extremely highly. I've seen very few Doomed Dissenters. Like your Doomed Dissenter dies, and then you get 2/1/1. They get 2/2/2s, and you like want your Doomed Dissenter to die a lot. If we can pull out from this, like we're in a pretty good position. If we're trading up here.
Yeah. 4 for a 5. They might ping us down to 3 with a Lightning Mare. No. Okay. I think in order for us to have any chance, I absolutely positively need to be able to play out.
Yeah.
And a cap. So
okay.
this is factually us dying. They can pump Lightning Mare.
Or even just Lightning Mare on its own. Like any 2 other creatures are lethal.
Yeah. Because like I can block Lightning Mare, you know, I take
like
8.
the Fire Elemental.
Yeah. So okay.
Their deck looks huskier than the last time we saw it.
No, that looks exactly the same as I remember it. They just have a Fire Elemental.
They had 2 Fire Elementals. Like, hey.
Yeah.
What did we sideboard last time? I remember Duress being pretty okay against them.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything I actually want out. I like J-Big Traplin a lot. I like Child of Knights a lot. I honestly like where we're at. We just needed to be able to hit our 5s, which was just not in the cards that day.
Yeah. Ship it back.
I'm fine rolling it back. That happens. You do what you can. And then currently waiting for time.
They're waiting for their video to buffer.
Oh, yeah, or just...
I said video buffer there at the beginning of that because my dumbass has an actual speech impediment, and when I'm making fun of one from hit video game Altered Beast, where it's wise from your graves, that affectation then for a brief moment became real. Where you are that you wear a mask long enough, it becomes your skin, kids at home. And that's why you shouldn't, as an affectation, pretend to be a jerk, because eventually you're just going to be a jerk. Oh, the skin masks.
Yeah, the difference between irony and you know,
dipshits. The difference between being ironic and a dipshit is very, very little. Although we are both friends with one Mr. Ryan Overturf, who's like Broverturf or whatever on Twitter right now. And he is extremely acerbic. So maybe, I don't know.
Alright, our opponent made some wild changes to their deck. Alright. This is dangerous. I like Skeleton Archer against our opponent is the reason I'm keeping this.
Yeah, this is a hand that is likely to cast the Sovereign, which is our most powerful card.
Yeah. Well,
It has
honestly,
colors.
again, the big thing is the archer on 4 makes up for a lot of this. Because, like, either Lightning Mare or their other drops, are like, quick getting in, you know, via Shino. They have a lot of things that it's just kills.
No, Ryan's back to just being Ryan over. It's Ryan.
Yeah, right, like Field Creeper.
A Field Creeper. Which is a card we're just going to eat for free, and maybe make their
Artifact likers.
Their Norwood Rangers crappy.
Yeah.
I should look up and see it. Okay, no, I've already done this. Norwood Ranger is the oldest Norwood Ranger I can think of.
Skeleton Archer, get rid of the Creeper. So they can attack in, we can't stop that.
Rocket Brute's pretty good. That was one of the first cards they printed with the word menace on it.
Oh, they are going big with this one.
Okay, yeah, do we attack? Do we feel like trading two-headed zombie with a Boggart Brute?
I'm gonna try it, and it'll probably trade both of them for a Sure Strike instead. I'd say that's a 90% outcome. They've shown us Sure Strike in multiple of the games against this player. But I don't feel like we can win the race. So I feel like we need to take this action that might be able to slow them down. I don't like it.
I think they have. No, okay. I was going to say they had like the 3-mana Flame Slash, but that would have just done it anyway.
Yeah, they would have just
done it. They did that pre-combat, so they could
Yeah.
attack. Weird that they killed the 3/3 and not the guy. Okay, they have a 4. They have a 3/5.
Okay.
Get down the 4/4 first.
Yeah.
Gets a little extra value out of our sovereigns.
I'll hold everything back because that threatens the Gearsmith a little bit. Best play they have is actually Mana War.
Yeah, the
By a
exclusion
mile,
mage.
that would be the best play they have. It would turn on their Gearsmith, and it would bounce back a 4 or 5 drop, and it would make us take like 8 unimpeded.
I think they finally got Mana War right, because this is uncommon. Because for the longest time, Mana War itself is a common.
No, I thought Exclusion Mage was a common.
No, Exclusion Mage is an uncommon. For the longest time, Mana War was. Do we block here? I don't think so. But for the longest time, like
about the attack, I don't. Yeah.
They made like 4-mana Mana Wars. And they made like Frostlings. They made plenty of like other Mana Wars. And then they settled upon, what if we just take Mana War and make it uncommon? That was a hefty swing right there.
I like that, and I like that we have 2 of them. And we have an inspired charge to make things like a little more complex.
Goodbye, two-headed zombie.
Yeah, that one's fairly simple in my mind. I want to get that off the board. Sure. Final card? Alright.
You could just like attack for 1 million, or attack for 5.
Yeah.
Or we could just get the other sovereign down.
I'm gonna leave back the sovereign.
Might be two Viashinos eating it. No, they just take 10. Okay.
Well, they had first strike.
Right. I forgot. The Drillmaster's rather good.
There was no block they had that killed it. They only could have trumped it. No combat. Perfect. Get down second Sovereign. We have Inspired Charge next turn, even though our opponent's at 3.
They Banefire us and we die. Not quite. They're not quite there.
No, the card I was again afraid of there was Exclusion Mage.
Yeah, but Exclusion Mage, any blue creature would have been like a little bad there, but Exclusion Mage would have been the worstest. Oh.
Okay, I'm pretty happy with where we are. Just roll with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright. This time we can't keep a Skeleton Archer hand because we're on the draw, and that means that we take like 6 from a Lightning Mare before we can kill it. Rather than like the ability to knock it out.
So now Chaplain and Child of Night are the cards we want.
Yeah, we want one of those two in our opener.
Maybe both? Can we have both?
That'd be fine.
Like 3 lands? Okay. 2 of those 2 drops 3 lands and... Well...
You know what? Sure, I'm in.
I was going to say Vampire Sovereign is the other card, and this is good enough.
Wasn't draft used to be against the AI. You never played against the AI players-wise. You draft with the AIs when you draft your cards.
Do.
And you still do. That has not changed.
Which is why I think you never see any...
Yep. Remember?
God, yeah, this thing. Well, you never see any doomed deserters.
You can't block it.
No, you can't block it. We kind of block it by just
gaining
lifelinking.
Yeah.
They're probably going to Exclusion Mage.
I was thinking Drake here.
Are we attacking the Windrake heavily?
Yeah, because we can't block it. And we get to play Vampire Sovereign on 5 here, which looks nice.
Yeah, and Gallant Cavalry. Maybe we eat the Pog.
Yeah. I might play 2-headed Zombie unless like something changes on their board here.
Just to be more aggressive. Yeah.
Because if they're going to be aggressive here, I might as well like keep that going.
I think if they play Boggart Brute here. Snap and Drake.
Oh, there's the Brute. Okay, the Brute actually wants me to play Gallant Cavalry then.
And we... Yeah.
Continue
and given the
attacking.
choice... Yeah. Yo!
Thank you. With that, I'm actually willing to play the Zombie then.
I was extremely surprised to see that. Their creature was way more valuable than
Yeah,
ours.
Boggart Brute's way more. That's. I guess they're that afraid of lifelink? Yeah, no, the opponents are real people. Juzam DJ here is a person we've even played in the past here.
And we were bilsting them.
Yeah, it's us. We're bilst. Alright, 5-drop. That means, like, Fire Elemental.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna Fire Elemental.
Alright. And this is where it truly begins. No attacks. Want to trade Fire Elemental and 2-headed Zombie? They won't let me. They'll just make it unblockable.
Little do they know.
Right into my trap! Oh, they have
Although
shock? Oh, that's bad. We're taking a lot of damage here, and...
Yeah, we're taking 11.
I believe we are dead.
We go up to 9.
But they come back for 7, and keep doing that unless we kill the parted deckhand. They might just kill us here.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, not enough. That's the power of the Exclusion Mage.
Yeah, the original Bilst crushed us and then crushed us. That's how the original Bilst.
Yeah, the power of Bilst was an opponent who crushes you multiple times in the same queue. We did not crush our opponent, sadly, in the same manner. That would have been rude as hell if we had Bilsted them.
Yo.
Well, 1,500 back. So
4 packs.
All right, let's go check our packs out.
Let's crack them packs. You got an extra pack laying around.
Yeah, I think I got that one from 5 wins.
I fight with a dragon's rage.
Okay, I don't believe in Sarkhan, but he's not the worst 3-mana planeswalker I've ever seen.
I kind of like Sarkhan. There was a point where I realized that Sarkhan was just Chandra, but on 3. Okay, I'm happy to get like Dragon's Horde and things like that.
I think the power of Sarkhan is the power of Nicol Bolas.
Yeah, that's the actual power.
Okay.
There's these new wheels that...
Yeah, they changed the vault is gone. You now just open a number of packs before you, for certain, get a... Which is effectively the same thing, only more gradual. That is a playable card.
Yep. Yeah, the thing I was gonna say about... it wasn't Sarkhan. Yeah, the 5 packs was the win. That's where that 5th one came from.
Yeah. But yeah, that
Here, hold on. I gotta get the line for you.
I know.
I can't hear it.
Wait, you can't hear it?
Aren't I?
Why can't I?
You're supposed to be able to hear it through Discord. Damn it.
I battle for the forces of good.
Oh.
Audio. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
Well,
I am Karn.
my name is Karn. I fight for my friends. I like Karn. Anyway, that's all for today. That's really all I wanted to do for this. I might do some Fiesta after this.
Fiesta.
I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling. I might not. I might do that tomorrow instead. So.
You're not even good enough to die fake.
Yeah, exactly that. But yeah, anyway, thank you all for joining today. Hope you all had fun with M19 Draft. A very, again, it's this format that feels very straightforward to me. It's a core set, all that entails. All right, thank you for joining, Gnomebitten.
I'm Gnomebitten.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody in the zoo. Hope you all had fun. If you want to catch more stuff like this, you can always follow Sue and I go live, things like that. You want to
smash that subscribe button.
Wow, you get a skull. It's nice. Cool skull. Anyway, thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.